Hello, boys and girls. I hope you had a great weekend and we're ready to start a new week. The title, we'll be talking about mean, median, mode. Want to say congratulations to Enrique. He answered the challenge question for last week, and so his prize was that he picked the new topic for this week, and he picked mean, median, and mode. And we're going to learn about that, which you already have a little bit with the math antics video. And so this one, we're going to be doing some more problems together, real world problems with the three new topics we have learned about. With mean, median, mode, it is a very important topic that you'll see all the way through college. Like any statistics that you look over or that you study over, things might be stats from a basketball game, might be numbers or account and money when you work certain jobs. And mean, median, and mode are three answers, as you might want to say, that you can find that will help you analyze your data. Okay, so let's get to it. So, of course, we always start off with definitions, making sure we understand what it is we're talking about. So, three important things to look for when analyzing data that contains numbers. And remember, we talked about in class that data just means information that you're looking at. So the mean, as you learn, is the average of a set of numbers. Do this by adding the numbers together, then divide the sum by the amount of numbers that were in the data set. So for example, if my numbers were 3, 5, 7, 2, and 3, well, the sum of these numbers is 20. So I add first. Next, I need to divide my sum by the numbers, the amount of numbers that were in my list. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers in my list. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So my mean is 4. Okay. Median, when a set of numbers is in order from least to greatest. This is very, very important. If your question is asking you to find the median of your data set, you have to put your numbers in order from least to greatest first. Once you do that, you want to find the number that falls in the middle when the list is split in half with equal sides. So we're using the same list of numbers. Now we put them in order from least to greatest: 2, 3, 3, 5, and 7. So when I split my list in half, I have 2 numbers on the left, 2 numbers on the right. So what's in the middle? The number 3. So my median is 3. If there are 2 numbers that fall in the middle because your list may have an even amount of numbers in it, all you have to do is find the mean of the 2 middle numbers. So let's say if I had an 8 here at the end. Let's say I had an 8. And so now 3 and 5 would be my numbers in the middle. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4. So my answer would be 4. Okay. Now the mode is dealing with finding the number that occurs most often in a set of numbers. So using the same set of numbers, I have 2, 3, 3, 5, and 7. Which number appears more? The 3. It appears the most in this list. Okay. And you can have more than one number for the mode. Let's say if I had another 7 in my list, then my mode would be 3 and 7 because they both appear 2 times. So you can have more than one number. All right, so let's look at some problems. The coach looked over the stats from the basketball game. The team turned the ball over 2 times in the first quarter, 5 times in the second quarter, 1 time in the third quarter, and 8 times in the fourth quarter. Find the mean of the number of turnovers that the team made during the game. And make sure, as we usually do, press pause, try to work it yourself, look back at the notes, or rewind the video so that you can see the notes. and work it out yourself. Then press play and check your work. Okay. So now that you've tried on your own, so I'm looking for the mean of the number of turnovers. So I have 2, 5, 1, 8, and that's all. Okay, so to find the mean, remember we add first. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I'm not done. You have to add first, then you divide. So 16 divided by, remember, write what you say. We learned that last week. And how many numbers are in my list? 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, just to review our steps from last week with long division, we used the number outside knocking at the door to make our multiplication list. And we're looking for the number under the house. And we don't want to go over. I'm looking for 16. I found it. So 4 is already there. I need another 4 on top. Then I subtract. Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers raw? Remember your steps from last week. And 16 minus 16 is 0. So the mean or the average number of turnovers for the game was 4. Okay. Next problem. Remember to press pause, try it yourself, and then press play and check your work. Students sold tickets for different fundraisers. The amount of tickets sold were 21, 13, 48, 10, 37, 16, and 29. Find the median of the amount of tickets sold. So remember, median is the same as middle. You're looking for the middle number, but don't forget, before you look for the middle number, you have to do something with your list first. Yes, put it in order from least to greatest, or from smallest number to biggest number. So my smallest number is 10, then I have 13, and sometimes you definitely want to scratch out so that you don't leave any numbers out or write them more than one time, because it will affect your answer in these type of problems. So I have 10, 13, what comes next? 16, then I have 21, 29, and 37, and 48. I almost missed that 48. So it's good I was scratching numbers out. All right, so now that they're in order, I want to find the middle number. So let's see, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. Okay, so I have the same amount of numbers on both sides. That means I have split my list in half and they're even on both sides. And my middle number is 21. So the median amount of tickets, new problem. Median amount of tickets sold was 21. And again, like we talked about in the example, if I had, let's say 50 here, well, that would make me have 2 middle numbers. And what do I do if I have 2 middle numbers? Find the average or the mean. So 21 plus 29, 50, and I'm only dealing with 2 numbers. So divided by 2. And remember, if you follow your steps, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers raw? But off the top of my head, to save time, I know, or do I know, that 2 can go into 5, work one number at a time. 2 goes into 5 one time. So that's why never try to do the whole problem off the top of your head. Work it one number at a time, make it easy for you. So 5 minus 2, 4, 3, bring down my next number, or next digit, I'm sorry. Now I'm looking for 30. If I made a list to multiply by 2, let's see, 7 times 2 is 14, 5 times, I'm going backwards, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24. 13 times 2, 26. 13 times 3, 39. So I would yeah, because 24, 12 times 2 is 24. Yeah, so I would have to use 26 because that's the closest without going over. Oh, I did something wrong. So 2 was not the closest I can get. It should have been 4. There we go. And you know how I knew something was wrong? 13. And if I try to put it up here, normally I'm only putting one digit at a time. And it's way bigger than my divisor. So that's how I knew something was wrong. So be sure you check those little things when you're working long division to give yourself a clue when something's off. So 5 minus 4 is 1. And then we brought down our 0. And now the closest I can get to 10 is 5. So now our median would be 25 if I had an extra number over here. All right, let's try one more problem. So when you're working on your paper, if your answer was 21, then you are correct. The 25 was a what if problem. All right, last problem. The teacher posted the highest scores that students made on a test. The scores were 94, 100, 93, 90, 95, 94, 93, 94, 100, 95. Find the mode of the test scores that were posted. Remember, mode has to do with how many times we see a certain number, and we want the number that is seen or that appears the most amount of times. So if I start at the beginning, 94, how many times do I see the number 94? 1, 2, 3, 3 times. What about the number 100? 1, 2. The number 93, 1, 2. The number 90, only 1 time. And the number 95, 1, 2. So which number did I see the most? 94. So my mode would be 94. The mode is actually really easy unless you have like a huge set of numbers that you have to look through. It might be helpful to still put them in order like you would when you're finding the median, just so that you don't miss any numbers, and all of those that are repeating will be right beside each other. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. And we want to thank Enrique for a great topic, okay? Because mean, median, mode, you can use, like I said before, that topic you will hear about all the way through college. I actually had a college course that dealt with mean, median, mode. It's called statistics. Okay, like we talked about, all you're doing is reviewing a lot of numbers and data, and you want to find out some important information about those numbers. And the main 3 that you have learned this week is mean, median, and mode. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. I can't wait to see who wins this week's challenge question. And so if you do, go ahead and be thinking about what topic you would like for us to talk about. Remember that it needs to be 4th grade level, and it can be something we've already talked about that you enjoyed and would like to go through again, or something that we haven't, but just long as it's between 4th and 5th grade. You know, we don't want to go too far up where it'll be hard for others to work on. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you guys later on Monday evening, 5 o'clock for our Zoom meeting. If you missed it this week, catch us next week, okay? All right, love you guys. Have a great week.